Hey there, Beer Tube. Welcome to my channel. It's your first time. It's nice seeing you here. If not, it's good seeing you again. I'm Sean, aka That Nerd Kid Ugly. And today it's time for a Stout Saturday, aka Support Local Saturday. And I'm doing Wellsboro House's Dan Smith's Chocolate Stout. Wellsboro House I've talked about before on this channel. It is an older hotel in the town of Wellsboro, Pennsylvania, that also has a brewery that operates across the street in an old train station that they converted, obviously, into a brewery. They do a bunch of different styles of beers. A few of them they do put out in cans, such as Dan Smith's Chocolate Stout. This is a collab they did with Dan Smith's Chocolate Factory, I believe, which is downstate somewhere in Pennsylvania. I'm not exactly sure where it's at. This comes in at 5.5% alcohol. No IBUs on the can. It's just a simple little can. I have had this before. I've had it at their restaurant slash brewery because they're really not that far from me. They're one of the closest. I think they're one of two that I can get to in less than half an hour, which is pretty close for me. There's no expiration date on here. There's no canned on date. So I'm not exactly sure, and I'm using my drink local glass. I'm not exactly sure how long this has been in the can. I don't know how old it is. So the last thing I could find was like 6 months ago or so. So this may have been in the can for over half a year now. Pour some out. Now, like I said, I have had this before, and I do remember really enjoying it. It's one of my favorite beers from these guys. And it pours a dark black, oil-like with about a 3-finger head of a chocolate mocha thick foam. Yeah, you get that rich aroma of chocolate. Sweet, more milk, not so much dark. You do get a little bit of roastiness from the malts. Almost like a little mocha coffee-ish. Smells fantastic. Head is huge. Let's give her a taste. So it leans on the thicker side. But it's not super thick. Best way I can describe it is it leans on the thicker side, but it's still a little thin. So if you know what I mean, it's like right there on the edge. You definitely get a dark mocha. It was like a roasty bitterness to it. It's definitely not a hot bitterness. It's definitely more of that, almost like your malts and grains maybe got toasted a little too long, kind of like a burnt bitterness. Again, I'm not sure how long it's been in the can. When I got it at the local beer distributor, that also does 6-pack mix packs, which I'll probably never do again because it was the most expensive 6-pack I've ever bought in my life. It was just out on a shelf. It wasn't refrigerated or anything like that. So I'm not exactly sure, how long it's been sitting on a shelf, going through, 6 months. It's been warm, it's been cold, it's been up, it's been down. But on draft, it's fantastic. It isn't bad in glass. I put it in the fridge at about 10 this morning. I just got home. It's 9 at night. So, not bad. This experience, I'm going to rate this at 3.5. It's good. It's not as good as I remember it being. Again, like I said, I've had it on draft, and it was fantastic on draft. If you have a chance, if you're in the northern Pennsylvania, around the PA Grand Canyon area, Corning, New York area, stop by Wellsboro, Pennsylvania, home of the PA Grand Canyon, home of Wellsboro House Brewing. Give them a try. They make good food. If you're from Philly or the Philly area, you're felt home. Super Philly, like feel in that place. So yeah, I'm gonna give them 3.5 out of 5. And always remember to drink local, support local, and cheers.